welcome to the Ladd Racing YouTube channel. I'm Clint. This here is my trusty race car Intimidator. In case you guys don't know, we have been spending a pretty good while putting a engine out of a 1984 Corvette that we call the Rat Bed engine into this car. And if you haven't seen our last couple videos, the video before last, we went to the racetrack. The car didn't really perform well, but I figured there was a bunch of little things, bugs that was causing issues. And I thought, well, we'll bring it on home, we'll fix it up, and we'll go out and do it again. But in the process of getting the car ready to work on, I was going to fire it up, back it out of the shop, and finish washing the engine bay and the deck area off real good where the fuel cell is, so I can fix some things out there, or back there. And well, wouldn't you know, we had catastrophic failure right here in our shop. Well, as you can see, this is number 4 cylinder. That's the exhaust valve for number 4 cylinder, lodged in there tight. And there's a pretty good sized hole on the number 4 cylinder wall. And the bottom of the head, I'm not going to flip it over because I don't want all the bolts to fall out, but bottom of the head ain't much better. Okay, so well, I may or may not have made mention of getting rid of Intimidator. Well, let's say I've had some ideas rolling around in my head for a few years to do with a stock car, but my ideas have expanded. So first things first, when I got Intimidator, I rushed through and literally just threw everything together. A lot of stuff is just rednecked on this car, partially me, partially previous owners and repairs and things like that. So there's a lot of things that I want to go through and make a lot less redneck. I want to go through, fix body stuff that's just really nitpicky type things like this, where they looks like they tried taking a grinder to knock some Bondo off. You got this down here on the bottom of the door where I don't know what they were doing. You got things like this. I want to go through, the inside of this panel is rusting out. I want to cut that stuff off and make it look nicer. This back section, neither bottom side of the fender is braced in. This side is literally held on up here with hopes and dreams, and this right here. And this side over here, well, only thing holding it on is 2 pop rivets. And this side here is basically just like that side over there. It looks like they put some JB weld over a hole. The side's dented up, partially my fault in a tractor. You got things like this here. Why? Only you got this and 2 or 3 pop rivets on the bottom. And whoa, what's this? Hold on a second. This looks like a 5.3 out of a truck. I stand corrected. It is a 5.3 out of a truck. So now I got a 5.3 laying on my floor. I got to do something with it. So, well, my idea, and I have mentioned for a while, is making a LS race car. I think it needs to be a thing at all tracks that run stock cars. I wouldn't be opposed to an all LS class of, the 5.3 truck engines, at least. And so with that, that's going to go from there to there eventually. I want to take my time to clean this thing up good. I'm going to pull the heads off, check everything out, as far as the cylinder walls go. The The guy had the intake loose on it. So, you know, I definitely need to pull the heads off, clean the ports out. Look, I pulled a leaf out of there. So I need to do that, but I need to get some metric bolts to put it up on the engine stand to start with. You know, this needs to be looked at really good, cleaned up. Got to get rid of the AC pump. Just really, there's some little knick-knack things need done to this engine to get it ready to go. It's a at least a 200,000 mile engine out of a 2000 Silverado, 1500, just in case that's important to anybody. But I've had this crazy idea for a while of doing this. I want one in there. So that's going to be the start of what I'm getting ready to tell you. So I'm a huge Cletus McFarland fan, and the more I watch his videos, the more I want to try some of the crap he does, because it just looks like fun. And it kind of reminds me of the stuff I used to do back when I was young. Or you know, I used to take my mini stock, go out and do burnouts in the driveway, do donuts, and I mean, I went out and had a blast at that thing. And you know, even my vehicles, I went out drag raced. I drag raced my mini stock, sand dragged it, I should say. And that's the type of stuff I want to get out there. I want to enjoy Intimidator as a whole. I don't want it to be tied down to making left turns. Not that I don't enjoy it. I love dirt track racing. I enjoy that over anything. But I also want to hoon around a little bit. So the reason I want to take my time and do things is I want to, like, this mess up here. You got a brake line that really just kind of does whatever it wants to do there. Just random lines, fuel lines just kind of ran through. Inside the car, I want to fix, you know, the rear decking back here. You know, like I showed you back here, I want to fix all this stuff back here. I want to make that trunk a lot more sturdy. That thing drives me absolutely nuts. Every time I shut it, it does this in the center, and it just irritates me. We're going to pull the dash completely out of this thing and try to remake it. I want to do stuff back here. I want to make this a lot nicer. Try to clean this stuff up. So I'm going to probably pull the seat out. We got our kind of redneck hole cover piece there. I want to make something a little nicer there. I'm not going to do a complete enclosed decking. I want to be able to put a seat over there at some point. And that fire extinguisher, I want to move it somewhere where it's mounted real sturdy. The big thing is with the dash right here is I want to make an inspection slot so I can get down here to the brake or the clutch reservoir, and I want to take my brake reservoirs and mount them in there instead of having them out here. Now there's a lot of other little things I want to do, like redo the whole front bumper on the car. That drives me nuts how mangled up it is. We're gonna go electric fan on the radiator. Why? Well, because, well, it's LS life, bro. Now this is gonna take me a little while. I don't want you guys running away, but videos probably won't be as common. They might be fired off, you know, several right in a row, or it might just be one here, one there. But either way, I want you guys to stick around because I think it's going to be a neat process what I got in mind here. You know, our steering shaft, that thing has to be fixed. I don't even want to talk about it. I made a TikTok just for fun, and that was the first thing everybody said. I thought the steering wheel was going to fall off. That was a poor design from the get-go. My fault. Nobody else to blame. But we got a whole list of things we need to do. We want to do it right. So when we get things going, if we got it pretty well right, we got less of a chance of failure, and that's what we want. Like I said, I'm gonna pull this engine apart, at least pull the heads off, and we're gonna take the oil pan off and clean it up, possibly change it out for a racing style oil pan. You know, we just want to make sure everything is kosher on this to start with before we get crazy. We're going to have to get a wiring harness. This is going to be fuel injected. I don't know if I made that mention yet, but I'm going to keep it fuel injected. There are kits out there that go carbureted or EFI, you know, top carbureted style EFI, but I want to go multi-port fuel injection, just how it comes from the factory. So, of course, we're going to get rid of the power loser there and keep it a manual transmission. That's another thing on my list. We may upgrade to a newer style 5-speed transmission. I don't know yet. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, please stick around. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. You know, ring the bell, because like I said, I don't post videos at a set date or time like some people do. I'm just sporadic. So if you don't ring the bell down, let's see, is it over here or is it over here? Yeah, who cares? Hit the subscribe button and then ring the bell. But I think this is going to be a fun project, and who knows where it's going to lead from here. So we're going to go ahead and close out, and hopefully next go around we'll start making progress on at least getting the car ready for the engine, and then hopefully get the engine in the car at some point. So God bless you. We'll catch you later.